heavyweight collision between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson. Well, he was the first man to amass a double-digit winning streak in the shark-infested lightweight waters in the UFC. The former interim champion, El Cucuy Tony Ferguson, back on the proving ground here tonight.
Tony Ferguson was able to navigate the toughest division in the UFC. He's one of the most diverse, nasty strikers the UFC has ever seen. And you couple that with that college wrestling background. Every time you step foot in the octagon with Ferguson, you know you have your hands full. One of the most exciting fighters the UFC has ever seen.
He is an 8-point striker, outstanding submission game, has a lot of good chokes in his arsenal. He'll lean on that Darce choke, has a pretty good triangle as
Watch
well.
that low signal.
I'm telling you, Tony Ferguson ready to prove yet again that he is one of, if not the best lightweight on planet Earth. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, San Jose, California, a man who I believe is the most dominant force in the game at present, UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You know, for Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's the guy that has dominated every person that he's faced inside the octagon. He has a great Sambo background, but it's all the takedowns that he mixes well together that allows him to gain top position, and when he's on top, his ground control is second to none. He can move from position to position seamlessly. And when he's on top, he's constantly doing damage. It's the ground and pound of Khabib Nurmagomedov that is his biggest and best attribute.
And what's crazy to me is to hear you tell stories about him in training that we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what he can do.
J.A., I don't believe that we have seen the finished version. I think when he's in the octagon, he's fighting at about 75% of what I see on a daily basis at the gym.
Well, history is going to look back fondly on Khabib Nurmagomedov, but every time he competes, he puts his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time on the line, and that status, of course, on the line yet again here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 26 wins, 8 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Orange County, California, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, surround your corners, come out fighting.
Ready? You ready?
Man, I'm nervous, and I think rightfully so. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson, truly a dream matchup for fight fans. I know you don't normally call fights involving your teammates. You weren't going to miss this one.
I was not going to miss this one, John. And we've been teased with it so many times. Got his shit in, but now it's starting to slip under the neck.
Oh, what a beautiful, seamless transition to side mount as he counters the guillotine. Might be able to sink in a Von Flue choke here. Submission defense there. Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. We cross the midpoint in round one. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. All right, feet on the hips here. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. He's attacking arm bar now.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.